dumbbell hip thrusts. So if you do not have a bench, you can be on the ground and do these as bridge lifts. You could also use a Bosu ball underneath your shoulder blades, just like I'm going to use with the bench. So with your hip thrust, the foot placement is extremely important. You want your ankles to be right underneath your knees, because if they are too far in, you're going to feel this in your quads. If they're too far away, if your feet are too far away, it's going to put pressure on your lower back. So when you know that your ankles are stacked right under your knees, that's the proper placement. Think 90-degree bend at the knees. So you're going to shimmy down on your bench or your Bosu ball. So basically the tips of your shoulder blades are on the bench. And then right here, check your feet underneath the knees. And before I add the weight, I want to show you guys the form. We keep our spine in a neutral position the entire time. That includes our neck. So you don't want the chin to jut away from the chest. You want to keep your ears sliding back and the chin slightly tucked, so that as you lift your hips, you get that full extension through your hip flexors. What does that mean? There's no bend in the hips. I don't stop here. We stop up here. Squeeze the glutes. Remember, this is a glute movement. So with your ankles underneath your knees and your spine nice and neutral, lower down, thrust up. You don't arch the spine, right? It's not this like arching movement. Spine stays neutral. Thrust your hips towards the ceiling. Neck stays neutral the entire time. Now adding a dumbbell to this. Oh, I've got my big boy, my real big boy. Place that weight on your hip creases. Lower down, fully extend. Lower down, fully extend. And if you don't have a heavy dumbbell, you could pack a backpack with whatever you've got. You could use a super heavy medicine ball. You could use a kettlebell. Get creative here. You could use a small child or a medium child. But remember, as you come up to the top, squeeze the glutes. Keep the knees in line with your ankles, or your ankles underneath your knees. And you should feel this in your glutes, not your low back and not your quads. That is, your dumbbell hip thrust.